All right, guys, welcome back to BB's Basement. We got a arms and shoulders day today. We did already go to the zoo this morning, so it's currently almost 2 o'clock, about 1:40. So not gonna take any pre-workout. We're gonna do a bicep, tricep, and a shoulder, and then I have to get some yard work done today. So. That's going to be the plan for today. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get going. Thanks for tuning in. All right, guys, it's going to be a pretty basic arm day today. Like I said, we're just going to do a triceps, a biceps, and then shoulders. So we'll do some tricep push downs to start us off. Do probably just some basic bicep curls, maybe single arm, and then we'll go on to maybe some lateral raises for our shoulders, or we might use the Smith machine. We'll see. My wife's right above me with Alma, trying to get her to take a little nap, so we'll see what we get into. And then, like I said, we've already gone to the zoo, did about 2.5 miles there, walking around, we call it cardio, and then I gotta do some mowing, so. Without further ado, let's get into it. Do 4 sets of tricep push downs. Just got 45 on for now on each side, so just 45 pounds. We'll probably bump it up, add a 25 maybe, but let's get going. All right, we added 25 pounds on each here. So now what does that put us at? 70 pounds effectively. Again, guys, remember 2-to-1 ratio allows for more movement of the pulley. The cable can go a little bit longer. However, the weight, obviously you got to double it to get to where you're at. So whatever weight is on there, just know that the other side also has the same amount of weight. But if you're trying to add it up with me, it's just whatever's on one side. Opposed to our leg extension, where it's a single gear ratio or pulley ratio, whatever. So whatever weight is on the entire machine is effectively the weight that you're doing. So if you put 2 45-pound plates, you're doing 90 pounds. Whereas if you put 2 45 pounds here, you're only putting 45 pounds on. So. Just so everyone's in line. So got 70 pounds here for the push downs, second set. Alright, we got set 3 here. Same weight, 70 pounds. Alright, and we got our last set of push downs here. Alright guys, next we got some shoulder press. We are going to use the Smith machine because I'm almost still awake, so I don't feel too bad making a little bit of noise. Just going to do 1 plate on each side here. Obviously, you guys might know by now, I can't fit the bench in this rack the other way, but that's fine. So I just have to face this way. That is why I kind of want to get like a little college dorm room here, you know, which right now is the time that if I'm going to do it, I should do it, just because they're cheap. But then I'd have to figure out where all these attachments will go. That's kind of why I haven't really pursued it much. But either way, we got one plate on each side here. I'm gonna do some shoulder presses, and yeah, then we'll end off with some biceps. Alright, we got set 2 here. Same weight. We'll keep it here for today. Alright, we got set 3 here. I found I was looking, because I don't know if you guys remember, we talked about early on, like wanting to mount a TV somewhere, and trying to find a good spot to do that. So I was just kind of looking around the ceiling, just seeing where I could do something like that. And I found an outlet pretty much hiding behind the HVAC pipes or whatever you want to call them. So that's kind of interesting. Just found a new outlet that I didn't know was down here, which is kind of crazy because we pretty much have all the outlets taken up right now. It's a little bit interesting, but yeah, find new things every day, I guess. But nonetheless, we'll get into set 3 here. Maybe we'll get a TV on the wall sometime, but I don't know if that'll ever happen. We have extra TVs, we just need to figure out how to do them, or how we want them to be hung up, so. Oh well. Alright, let's get into set 3 here. Alright, finally we got set 4 here. Just gonna knock this one out and then we'll go into the bicep curls. I think we're gonna do single arm standing bicep curls, so you'll see how that looks shortly. Alright, we're just going to do standing single arm bicep curl. We just got 25 pounds on each side there, so 25 pounds. Just going to do 4 sets of this, each arm, and call it a day. Let's get it. Pretty sure I just put my hand into a bunch of spider webs, so that's fun. Alright, we got set 2 here, same weight. All right, we got set 3 here. All right, last one here, and we'll call it a day. All right, guys, that's going to conclude week 2 of trying to stay locked in with lifting. So this would be day 10. I know it's not super long, still a lift. We're still counting it. Like I said, I've got to go mow the lawn and everything like that. So, yeah, let me know if you guys like this. I'm going to try to put everything into like a playlist so that you'll see days 1 through 10 in a row. And then we'll add to the playlist from now on until I fall out of the lock-in. So, thank you guys for tuning back into BB's Basement. Bear with me. We're going to keep going at this. Hoping to get a little bit more of a intro started up here soon, rather than me just talking to you guys. Maybe some music or something like that to start us off. But I want to take some more time and do some editing and all that stuff. It's just a little bit hard to have time for all of that. Plus, I'm trying to get the 5 days a week. So, bear with me. Hopefully, it gets better. Let me know if you guys like what I'm doing. But other than that, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll be back again on Monday. Thank you.